we have one more conversation to be done here on the show. And I've got guests in the studio as well to help me have the conversation. Like I advertised earlier, we will be talking about land grabbing in Port Harcourt. And by the way, that is a big issue nowadays, especially in the greater part of, the greater Port Harcourt part of River State. But before we get into all of the details of our conversation for the hour, I'd like to remind you, because one person already has won, so I'll lie his name, and you stand a chance to win as well, 25,000 naira via one play, the one play draw. All you have to do is dial star 347 star 880 star 6 hash or visit www.oneplay.ng. Now, a couple of years ago, maybe 3-4 decades ago, you would see, before the whole greater Port Harcourt thingy became a deal, you would see on certain fences, beware of so and so person. Now, that could have been maybe the black sheep in the family who was trying to sell the property of the house. And back in the days, you would see beware of 419. Those were notices, to keep people away from buying properties that could end up in a long time litigation. However, in recent times, in the past decade or two, we've seen the rise in real estate business, and we've seen a lot of realtors come on board, and there's been the competition, or should I say the struggle to buy land or parcel of land. And because land is scarce, you can't have it all, right? We've seen a lot of battles, a lot of squabbles, a lot of litigations, and more recently, we've seen a lot of complaints, protests, and the likes emanating once again from the greater Port Harcourt city part of River State. So to help me have the conversation, because the people who have been making the most noise recently are the landlords who are from the Rumuosi part. And I will be speaking with some of them. But the question I want to ask this morning, are you confident when it comes to buying landed properties or even houses in River State? With all of the stories we've been hearing recently on traditional media, on social media, are you confident when it comes to buying landed properties? To help me have this conversation is an engineer. He was the former chairman of Society of Engineers, or Nigerian Society of Engineers. Thank you for that correction. And you served as commissioner as well during the whole political battle here in River State under the administration of His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, Commissioner for Special Duties, if I got that right. Governor's office. All right, thank you. I'm talking about Engineer Besoene Benibo. Yeah, all right. Thank you very much for joining. Good morning to you. Say good morning to Port Harcourt.
Good morning, everybody in Port Harcourt. I'm Engineer Besoene Joshua Benibo.
All right, thank you very much for joining the conversation. And also, the chairman of Nkenkwara-Rumuosi community. Did I call it well? How is it pronounced?
Community.
Oh my! I need to up my inquiry. But it goes by the name Ernest Worgu. Welcome on the show. All right, so let's go back to history, the annals of history, and I'm going to start with you, Engineer Benibo, because I've been told off air, that you were part of the people who, you worked at some point the Ministry of Works, right? And you helped to chart a path to the airport. So can you tell us how that process, how it went, what went down, what communities were involved, so we can have a base knowledge of what's happening?
All right. During the time of Governor Ada George,
okay,
he directed the Ministry of Works to open up several roads. Today, the new airport road, which was given Professor Tam David West Boulevard, was one of the major roads he directed the Ministry of Works to construct through direct labor. And so we, the engineers of the ministry at that time, got that job. And we went from Mile 3 down to NTA Road. And then from NTA Road all the way to the airport.
So it was constructed from Nkenkwara Road to Ada George.
Now
then
Ada George.
NTA Road.
Yes.
And then Obirikwe down to airport.
To the airport.
Interesting.
And as we went through it, through the road, naturally we were felling all the trees, cash crops, and the farmland we were passing through. And usually what government does is to pay for cash crops and pay for the farm to the extent of the clearing width of the road. When we did that, all the farmers that came to us were from Rumuosi. There was no one single Rumaholi person. We compensated for economic trees and cash crops. So I'm surprised today that a Rumaholo man is coming to claim not only the road to the extent of the road, but even beyond
the road.
Beyond the road.
So now I want to ask, you said Rumuosi, but when I look at the map of the road to the airport, I see Rumuosi, I see Alu, I see Ruma Olu. Is there any other one I've missed? Rumekini as well. Were those people also part of the whole road compensation?
It was Rumuosi from the flyover, then Rumekini, then Alo.
So those were the people who were compensated.
Not Alo, Mbodo Alo.
Mbodo Alu. Yes. So those were the people who were compensated.
Right. Then the other end was Omagwa.
Okay, so Omaga is where the airport is, right? Okay, so those were the people who were compensated. So now, what is the conflict about? What is the conflict? Because I wanted to start from the very beginning. Okay. As someone who worked for the Ministry of Works, as a staff in the ministry at the time, who owns the land? Is it because we know the Land Act decree, right, that says the state government, but does the community have any sort of ownership?
Definitely, the community has ownership of the land, which was why we compensated the farmers on the land. But the government has the authority to use any land.
Okay, so the land use.
Yes.
Land use. Okay.
For public use.
Okay.
And that was why we were able to take the land and only compensated them for their cash crops. We didn't pay for, government did not pay for the land.
So what's the conflict now that is happening? Because now I hear there's so many owners to the land around that area. So what is the conflict about? You want to go? Yeah, let's hear you.
Good morning. My name is Ernest Worgu of Rumuosi community. The conflict there was in 2005, Minister of Mines and Power acquired, after the construction of the road. Minister of Power came and acquired the gas substation for Rumuosi.
The land for the gas turbine, yeah, okay.
From Rumechure, family of Rumuosi. Also, this Nigeria Civil Society of Engineers also acquired on the left-hand side.
Still on Rumuosi's land?
That Rumuosi land on that period. Even after the acquisition of that Minister of Mines and Power, the Homeland Engineer, their contractor, also acquired a portion of land, about 40 plots of land for borrow pit they use in filling of that substation. So in December 2005, they came back for second phase and acquired second phase at the back of that substation, which is not fenced. So the total of the government land there was 12,000 acres of land, which is 300 meters by 400 meters. And we are compensated without any dispute by the two communities. Rumuosi and Rumuosi will have the Rumechure and Rumumba, then also Ruma all at the back. Before the opening, the result of this the SAS road was just recent. Then that 1993, the Minister of Lands also paid the most compensation on that road. But we were surprised. In 2009, all people was dragging at the back because the problem we had with then one chief Israel Amadi of Rumukuta, the Okiti Hotel. That's how they came in. So the matter, we went to court. The matter was still pending at the court.
It's still in court now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, so one notorious land grabber, one Mr.
So what, on the show we're going to talk, but let's be light on the allegation. Okay. So yeah,
the one Mr. Ogumero AK, Colonel Ogumero AK of Romal community, and one Loisiwosu went and filed another different matter against his community, Romal community.
So they were dragging. There was internal conflict in Romaolu.
Yes.
And they went to court.
Yes, at the back of the substation, and there was a dispute plan on that.
That does not concern Rumuosi. Okay.
So when he was coming up, he came, encroached some of our land. We said no. We had to go to gender on that land. I applied for gender. The chairman Choba Concern Court came and visited the locus. After visiting the locus, he went and gave his judgment based on what Colonel filed. That the matter they are doing is along the SAS road, not along the airport road. Was supported by one Dominic Amadi of Romaolo. All the processes are here.
Okay.
After which he finished on he got the judgment on 2019. October 2019, he did his enforcement for Romaolo community. 2020, after the 2020, Obuji died on the judge that was on a matter because the matter is here. PSC 541 2009. Obuji died on 8 December 2020 because of COVID-19. So January 5th, 2021, Mr. Colonel Ogumero with his team of this entered our land, start greening our land. Went to him. He said it was a vast land. Where is here? Dispute plan. Every land matter in court has a dispute plan. They cannot file any matter without a dispute plan. They were hiding the dispute plan. So we went to there. Thank God. Even in Choba, Concern Court Choba, they were hiding it. It was at the appeal, Concern Court of Appeal. That we went there, we got the judgment, the judgment and the
dispute plan.
The dispute plan. So we had to meet him. This we are not saying they have no judgment. The judgment should be limited to the normal community on 167 plot of land.
So let me come to Engineer Benibo. What from your own perspective, what really is the conflict about, right? Because you being a member of government at one point and now also being in that area, what do you think is the conflict about?
Well, the conflict is very clear and simple to understand. There is this judgment Colonel got from customary court Choba against his relations in Romaholo community. Now in 2019, when he got that judgment, he got an execution order. And he went ahead and carried out execution in Romaholo. After that time, he came back, went and used that same judgment to take almost all the undeveloped land in Romaholo. And that was why he got this name of someone who is grabbing land. And even all his people know him.
Okay, I'm going to pause you there. So when we come back from this commercial, we'll talk about how he now moved from Rumuosi. From your perspective, we have so much to talk about. We'll be right back after the break.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.
You can still be the last winner for our one play draw on Hello Attacker today. Remember, all you have to do is use 500 naira to get a ticket, or you can buy multiple tickets at 500 naira times whatever amount of tickets you want to buy. All you have to do is dial star 347 star 880 star 6 hash, or visit www.oneplay.ng. Good morning to you once again, and welcome back on Hello Port Harcourt. I am Kaladakoru Batubo, and we are talking land grabbing. And with me in the studio is Engineer Benibo and Engineer Worgu. And I was just listening to Engineer Benibo's story of what the conflict is in that area, the Greater Port Harcourt City area, the Airport Road area to be precise, where we've seen a lot of, what's it called now? A lot of movement, a lot of complaint, a lot of clamoring. That's the word I was looking for as it relates to land squabbles. Okay, so Engineer Benibo, welcome back. You were telling me your side of the story, what you think is the conflict, and you said he had gotten a case and he had gotten a judgment, right? And he had used that judgment to take over undeveloped lands in Rumaolu.
Yes.
And you were about to tell me more.
Okay. With that single judgment he had with the customary court, Choba, he has carried out execution order over 5 times, going to different people's land, demolishing and collecting. Eventually, he decided to cross over to Ribus, cross over the road, the highway, to the other side, knowing fully well that part of the land is not in Rumaholo. He used the same judgment, because when they came to our land, the Nigerian Society of Engineers land, a 30-plot land, I asked, where is the dispute plan? Where is the plan that was in the court judgment? I asked the bailiff. In fact, I met the bailiff because the police refused to tell us. I met the bailiff. Where is it? The bailiff told me anywhere he shows them.
So it's point and kill.
Yes. I was shocked. Why would a bailiff tell me anywhere he shows them? Meanwhile, they came with bulldozers, over 5 bulldozers, with 10 police vehicles, and with over 20 police carried out this execution.
So come again, they came with 10 police vehicles?
10 police vehicles. Over the police were more than 30.
Okay.
And they were carrying out this exercise.
Backed by what? Backed by the judgment, or backed by the commissioner of police, or backed by?
From what I said, they said they came to protect the bailiff, that they were not protecting the land grabber. But it is not true. They were actually protecting the land grabber. Nobody fought the bailiff. We only went there to clarify the issues. What surprised me was when the bailiff told me it is anywhere they show him.
So can I ask a question? So given your status once upon a time in government and in civil service, did you meet the police commissioner? Did you meet with relevant authorities, given the fact that the matter is still in court?
Very good question. In fact, I went to the commissioner of police 3 times in his office.
The current one, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And told him what is happening. And this is what I found out. That the police are there. And apparently, the man that was leading the police, now ASP, he was an inspector in 2004. But this year when he came, I saw that he was his name is Marcus Gar. He led the police to that place. Each time they come, he is always the one leading the police to come and demolish the property of the people there, including the Nigerian Society of Engineers and my own workshop. I have a construction company there with all my offices, laboratory, and security posts, and many other things.
Were destroyed.
We are destroyed.
Interesting.
I have been
Stealing, not only destroyed.
I have been sacked from my.
Sorry, you said some of your things were stolen.
Oh my God! They opened my container where all my spare parts, equipment, everything that was stored.
Wow.
And they stole everything.
Okay.
Not only that, they didn't just steal that, they even stole the containers.
Okay, I'll come back to you, but let's go to Rumuosi community, right? You said the matter is still in court.
Yes, it's
Your community went to court with, is it him or the Rumaolu people?
What happened in that 2009?
Yeah.
Rumaolu was the people that sued Rumuosi
Okay.
over that land.
Okay.
And the matter in 2020, Obuji died.
Okay.
The matter was transferred to one IPC Igwe,
Okay.
just IPC Igwe. So on that process, Rumaolu filed discontinue that the matter was not, the writ of summons was not properly filed. So after which, we waited them for about 2 months. No way, we have to refile and serve them. The matter is still pending.
Okay.
Before
So
Dabado.
so that means you don't your direct
And it was on this right hand side of.
I'm going somewhere. The person you are in court with is not this colonel you mentioned.
No, the
Okay.
suit there, Rumaolu and Colonel. Colonel has his own lawyer. Rumaolu have their own lawyer in the same court.
In the same court.
They have never showed that judgment in that
Okay.
court.
All right. So I'm happy you've said that. Have you gone back to court to tell them that Colonel and friends have encroached into the land that is under dispute? Have you done that?
Yes.
Has the community done
Yes.
that? What did the court say?
The court, we complained to the court. They say we should file from 40 commuter proceeding, which our lawyer has also filed. But despite on that, during this short time holiday of the lawyers,
There was the vacation court
the
time,
vacation,
yeah?
that when they used the opportunity. Even on the vacation court, there was an order. They are not obeying any order.
An injunction?
Injunction.
Stopping them from...
Stopping them, no. They have to be.
So
The
Go
painful
ahead.
side of it
Yeah.
was that last year, this police report of last year, on that process, when the CP, Diso also, was the CP River State, this current CP now was the DC operation. We didn't know that was his business with this guy.
But that's an allegation. How do you know they're in business?
Yes, because the CP itself, the CP before that, the CP, former CP, was not aware. When we went to him to report to him, he called the DC. Then the CP now, it was DC then. He called him. He said, "Is this thing a setup? Why must I send my boys to the booth without my notice? Withdraw them now." And they were withdrawn immediately. That was last year. That was this.
That case, yeah.
Now, when they made him the CP River State, that when he used that opportunity, the engineer.
Sorry, speaking to your mic.
Yes, he was saying that it was about 130 police. It's not 30 police. The police was 150 police.
You counted?
Yes.
You counted for sure.
Their van was over 40 van with tear gas. Some of my boys, my community boys, was injured. A woman snubbed down, was rushed to hospital and died. That has a property there.
She died.
They were bringing even
pharmaceutical society, yeah.
They brought their buildings down, looted everything, their properties.
But pharmaceuticals, okay, it's an association.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
The people buildings, there's one man, about 37 content. You are bringing people properties down. And he was telling us that it was a directive from IG. We went to IG. IG did not know anything. Not knowing that he was using the IG, the commander, IG Motor Unit in Abuja. The former commander SARS.
Faculty.
Was the person we are.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? When you went to the IG, did he do any investigation?
Sure. The matter, we wrote a petition to the IG. The matter was sent to SWAT, Abuja. And it was the report, SWAT report. And now they had charged him.
Charged who?
Colonel.
Okay.
And there was a bench warrant against him now.
Okay.
In yesterday's court.
Okay. Then what about towards the River State Police Commission?
What the police, if you arrest him now, he will order like last 3 weeks. The area command Choba, when they arrested some boys in the bush, the CP ordered him to release them immediately.
Okay, so I think you showed me one document sometime yesterday. You showed me the document of the ID sending people to do investigate. I think they wrote to the Surveyor General. What was that about?
Yes, the CP SWAT wrote a letter after our interview with Colonel at Abuja. He sent the letter. He said the only way to settle it is to write to the Surveyor General of the River State to carry out their geographical
mapping.
Yes. They went there with their instrument, set it. The team went up, fly around, and brought out the plan with the coordinate of
the GPS. Yeah.
It's a discipline. And it's so clear that where it's going, the land of Rumuosi, the land of victory, Rumuosi Victory State, is not part of what is judgment at Choba Constitutional Court.
All right.
In suit number CCC 22, 2015, against his people, Roma community.
All right. Let me come back to the engineer in the studio. You worked with the governor, in Government House. You said you worked in the governor's office. Has this been brought to the attention? Because once again, it's not just this Rumuosi that is a bone of contention when it comes to land grabbing issue. Land grabbing looks like a thing that is now trending, maybe because we have more real estate companies or realtors in business now. Maybe we have more greedy people from the communities now. I do not know. But has this been brought to the attention of the governor, given that you were very heavily impacted?
This recent one actually occurred during the suspension.
Oh, the state of emergency, yeah.
The state of emergency.
Yeah.
And so we wrote to the sole administrator. The sole administrator did not set up any committee to handle it. And so it was now free. The only person who could arrest the situation was the commissioner of police. But we discovered that he was also collaborating with the land grab.
But that's a heavy allegation,
we
rather.
We discovered because I went to his office, showed him
documents.
The document that was generated by the Surveyor General of the state, and told him, this is the land that they got judgment on. And this is where our land is, far away from each other. And it was clearly spelled out by the Surveyor General that this land, that portion of land that they got the judgment on, was not part of where he was operating. I took that drawing to the
Commissioner of Police, yeah.
And I thought he was going to stop them. But for good 3 weeks, they were still working. They were demolishing.
So what happens now?
And they as if he didn't notice it or he didn't take it serious.
Okay, so I'm going to ask, what happens now? Let's say
they are still working now.
No, I've got a question but I want to open the phone lines here quickly. But what happens now? Because from your document, I'm not taking sides, by the way. The colonel has a right of reply. The CP has a right of reply as well, because we need to hear from both sides of the story. However, what happens now if you claim that the land indeed is that of Rumuosi, and that the court and the police in Abuja, or the IGP monitoring, sees that your arguments are right? What happens? Would you ask for compensation for properties demolished, for things that you lost, especially you, Engineer Benibo? Would you ask for compensation, or you just want your land back?
I intend to do that because I made several complaints at different police stations. The area command handled the case of theft of not only the materials in my container, but the container itself, 2 containers.
Okay.
Incidentally, after some time, I decided to go and pick these containers because the way they were going, as the police is following them, demolishing, they were also selling our property, rods and all kinds of valuables that they see. They would, because the scrap dealers were following them, and they would collect money from the scrap dealers and sell whatever is there. And then when we want to go back to go and collect our things, they will not allow us.
All right.
Now, the day I decided to go and pick up my containers, I took a self-loader as I was going. I saw in front of me they have already carried my 40-foot container. They have already carried the 40-foot container. And then I waited. When they brought the self-loader around, carried the 20-foot and loaded it. I said, okay, let us follow them. We decided to follow them until we got to their yard.
What yard is that?
Along off East West Road here. So what I did was we allowed them, they dropped it. I called the area.
Did you take a picture of it? Or
it's already in the area command police. The divisional police was the one I used this time. The divisional police swung into action. We went there, arrested them, and asked them to bring back the containers. The one they arrested the man who bought them. And they asked the man, how did you buy it? Eventually, it was traced to the policeman, Marcus Guy, that sold it for 4 million.
Wow.
But finally, we recovered the 2 containers. But the case is still hanging because it's a case of theft.
So the 4 million, the 4 million is hanging as well?
No, that's somebody. That's
not your business.
That's not my business. But I was able to recover the 2 containers.
Yeah.
And they are in my custody now.
All right.
With photographs of it.
All right, interesting.
So at the end of the day, I can tell you for sure, my laboratory was destroyed. I have lost over 500 million naira at my site with caterpillar parts. And all that, you know how expensive caterpillar parts are.
All right. So I'm going to quickly take calls. I'm going to come back to you. Let's take 1, 2, 3 calls and let's get here from Rivers people, especially people who have got testimonies as it relates to land grabbing in Rivers State. Are you a victim? Have you almost fell victim? Do you have confidence when it comes to buying landed properties or houses or even pieces of land in Rivers State, especially that? If you want to buy land in the township area, you're talking Borokiri, D-Line, GRA, it's not as cumbersome or troublesome as you would have if you want to buy. And you always hear these real estate people come, Afara Eche, Ipo, Omademe, all of these places along Airport Road, 5 minutes drive. I'm not talking against them, by the way. I'm just saying we get to hear this all the time. So do you have confidence, right, with all the stories you've been hearing? Recently, I saw a story on social media where, is it the Cedarwood Estate area? They also have a similar problem with what we're talking about, where someone is claiming that the people who bought land there bought his land and he wants to take it back. But let's go to the phone line, 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, and 0817 923 0007. I'd like to hear from you and let's get talking, please. Right, I still would play, I do the 1 play draw in a bit. I totally almost forgot about that. But let's take this call. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother, man.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Good News. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
I hope you have good news for me.
Yes. I am a victim of what they are saying.
Okay.
I am from Rumuosi.
Okay.
My property was demolished.
AOU, good news. AOU.
Yes, I wasn't around. I don't stay in Rumuosi. So by the time I came, the film I saw went out. They said they will arrest me if I go and say, go do what? Arrest me in my land. Who's that person? Not trouble. When I got there, actually, part of the fence was brought down. I said, wow, they told me who and who that did it. Although I reached out to them and frankly, they told me they were sorry. One of them.
So they promised not to go to your land again?
They can't go to my land again. They can't go to my land.
All right.
No, I'm coming, I'm not done. Then I heard about one faculty that IG monitoring something, Abuja, then I heard WhatsApp commander in faculty. I put him on call. I said, look at what's happened. He said he did not support any CPO, that the sign is not there. That was what he told me. Even as you are talking, I called him again to remind him again. He said, good, honorable, goodness, I've told you. I did not appoint CP. I don't know what he's doing. That is the former staff commander. Maybe it's not as the faculty that are talking about there.
Okay.
So
All right. Thank you very much. Good news. All right. Bena from Rumuosi, welcome. Quickly, straight to the point. Let's hear your thoughts.
Okay, thank you. So, like what people were discussing there happened directly to me. I'm from Rumuosi. I'm an individual from Rumuosi. Somebody called Ogumreke. I've never seen him in that bush before. We only have a boundary with the Ruma community that we will farm together with them. We have boundary at the back of that gas turbine. Then I was surprised that somebody claimed to be Ogumreke. Came and invaded our land. That was paid compensation by Ministry of Works during the time of that land of that road. Nobody was paid compensation. Nobody was paid compensation. Border was paid compensation. There was no compensation paid to any Roma man because their land was on the South Road. But we are surprised. Whatever the Colonel of is doing at that place is just wasting his time. Because we will never allow him to take over our land. We have never met with him before in the farm. So,
all right.
The Commissioner of Police is aware of all this matter. Then but we will surprise that when you took this matter to them, they look the other way.
All right, Bernard, thank you. We will look into Colonel's own view as it relates to this matter. Hopefully, I'll get in touch with him as well. But let's listen to Andrew from Alakaya. Andrew, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kalada, and good morning to your beautiful guests in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah, Kalada, it is truly and it is clear that your station, the platforms that you people operate from, has always helped the society. Because I think in every society, there are issues that should be talked about. And this is one of the issues. The main issue that we should be tackling now in River State is land grabbing. And coupled with what we are saying now, this same person from Rumuosi, see, Canada, they now have an association. They now go...
Association of what? Land grabbers? Association of land grabbers, yeah?
Yes. They have an association. Where they gather is a hotel at Rumuosi.
Let's not call the hotel's name, please. Let's just go straight to the point.
Yeah. This same person for Rumuosi has been going from one... As I'm talking to you, he has one in Alakaya that he has stopped Rumuosi to Alakaya. Nothing concerns him. A matter that is in... But as we speak, they will go and generate court orders from different courts and come and begin to... So what we're saying in essence is, you people should be helping us to be giving us this platform, to be calling their names. They are, look, Canada, can you imagine you as an individual, you have a property and your father, an ancestral property that your father has given to you, and you are happy for your children, and all of a sudden, somebody said that he has police, he has army, will come all of a sudden.
But according to the story, he also claims it is his father's land. I mean, all of it. So I'm wondering, maybe his father, I mean, think about it as well.
Canada. See, let me tell you something. There is something they do. They will want you to feel that they are telling you the truth because they have police, they have army.
All right. Andrew, that's the much I can take, but thank you. Emmanuel from Alu is my last caller. Emmanuel, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kaladakoru.
Yeah, that's my name.
Thank you for this opportunity. Actually, this is my first time of calling out. I'm a fan of Nigerian Info.
Oh, thank you very much. First time caller. Thank you for calling in. Yeah.
It's a pathetic situation that pushed me so much to call. This land grabbing extends almost towards where you have the OPM church. part of those places were secured by the ASU of Uniport. And currently now, they demolished even the houses of lecturers and people that bought land genuinely and followed the due process to acquire that land. Now, they are grabbing everywhere around the whole place. And they just like your guest there said, they came in during the emergency rule. So I don't know. Maybe the government will have to look into it now that they've come back.
All right.
They grabbed ASU land, grabbed a lot of, even his own, the Society of Pharmaceutical Society land, and every other place is pathetic. It's pathetic. Honestly, this thing happening in River State is discouraging a lot of things.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. I do have a commercial coming up in a bit. During the commercial, I'll do the lottery for the last winner for the one play. When I do come in, we'll speak with the person, and then I get the final message from my guests in the studio. And I want to ask them, one final question: who do we blame? Who do we blame? The police, the realtors, the government? I mean, I'll get to hear from them in a bit. But let's quickly go for the commercial break. When we return, we will finalize the conversation and finalize Hello Port Harcourt for today. So please do stay tuned.